What is up, my crafty friends? My name is Carrie and I want to welcome you to my channel today. Whether it's your first visit or you're a returning subscriber, I want to say welcome, my friend. Y'all know it's been a couple of weeks since I put out a new video, but I'm not even kidding. My son's wedding totally wore me out. It took me a week to get recharged and just enough energy to get this video edited because y'all, that was a job. Not only did I help do all of the decorations, I totally did all of the cakes for both the bride and the groom by myself, and I'm a little bit out of practice, but I love how everything turned out. If you want to see how their HalloWedding turned out, keep watching this video, and if you enjoy it, be sure to give it a big thumbs up because that would mean the world to me. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, consider hitting that subscribe button down below, and if you don't want to miss everything I've got coming your way, turn on all those notifications when that drop down box pops up. I do want to say a big thank you to lights.com, burlapfabric.com, and eFavorMart for sponsoring this video. Y'all, everything that they sent me for the wedding turned out so beautiful, and the great thing is a lot of the stuff that I used in the wedding I'm even going to reuse for my Christmas decorations. So be sure to stick around and I'll give you a little hint on what I'm going to be doing for Christmas. That's enough talking, y'all. Let me show you how this HalloWedding turned out. Okay, y'all, before we can get this HalloWedding show on the road, I've got to get my car packed. I've got so many boxes to put into my poor vehicle, y'all. I don't know if there's going to be room for Samantha and I to set or not, but man, I do have a lot of stuff to take with us. Okay, this is my rear view for the next 11 hours. Off we go. Here we come, Texas. Man, that's a long drive, but I'm so glad we're here. Now, the first thing that we're going to do is to start decorating the reception hall and take a look at some of the things that we are going to be using. I'm so excited to get everything put together and see how it looks. So the very first thing that I want to work on is to cover up this door. And for this, I'm going to use the backdrop from eFavorMart and also some Voile fabric from burlapfabric.com. I paired that up with some lights that I picked up from Amazon. I did the same thing for our photo booth, and I also added in this really pretty ribbon. So the very next thing I'm going to do is to cover up these ugly folding chairs. These covers came from eFavorMart and they are a quick fix. The disco balls are the next decoration to go up, and I opted for two 10 inches because I'm going to reuse these in my Christmas decor. Next, I'm going to cut this hunter green burlap into strips, and I'm going to use this to tie up my tablecloths. I've got white tablecloths with black runners, and I just used the burlap to tie up the ends. For the centerpieces, I've got these little mini lights from lights.com, and I put those into some wine bottles that Gabby's aunt painted black. We also used this rose gold Fiberweb on top of that black table runner, and I think it makes everything pop. I love these little lights because they go off and on with just the click of a button. Now, I also covered the gift table with that same hunter green burlap. It looks so pretty with the arrangements that Gabby made. Next, I'm going to take some of this gorgeous hunter green stretch velour fabric, and I'm just going to cut it up for a few tablecloths. This is going to go on the guest book table, which is not actually a guest book. They used Jenga blocks. I thought that was a great idea. And look how rich this hunter green fabric looks. I'm so in love with this. Now, I will give you a little hint. I'm going to be reusing this stretch velour fabric for some Christmas decor. Do you want to take a guess at what it's going to be? It is so pretty. I love how this turned out. In the head table candelabra, I used the 7-inch candles that are also battery operated from lights.com, and again, these click off and on with the click of a button, and they go so well with these gorgeous opal black skulls also from lights.com. I love that you can change the way that these lights stay on all the time, or you can also click it another time and they will flicker off and on. I think they look so cool. And I'm not normally a skull person, but these skulls are like a sexy beast, don't you think? And last but not least, my favorite part, the wedding cakes. Y'all, I started making these flowers a few weeks ahead of time so that they would have time to dry and I would have time to finish them all. And here are the silk ones that were my inspiration, and also versus the one that I made. Also made some black and white anemones, lots of leaves and flowers, and some berries. And y'all, here is the finished wedding cake. Gabby designed this cake herself, and I absolutely love how it turned out. I have so many hours in these flowers, but it was totally worth it. Who knew that a black cake could be so gorgeous? To bring in more of that rose gold look to the bridal table, I added in this beautiful pair of Mirabella lanterns from lights.com. Y'all, these are beautiful lanterns. I'm actually going to be reusing these for my Christmas decor. Next up, I've got my son's groom's cake, and y'all, he had no idea what I was going to make for him, but I combined his love of all things of the American flag and also snakes. I absolutely love the napkins and the plates and the cups from eFavorMart in this rose gold pattern. They have several different patterns that you can choose from, but I love the ones that Gabby picked out. We added those onto the table for the cakes, and I think it turned out so stinking cute. They have a kitty cat named Atticus and a puppy named Jaeger, so we added in those as well. For the ceremony decorations, I'm just going to use this metal arch. I've got white organza fabric, a green pool noodle, and also some zip ties. I'm going to be using all silk flowers for the decorations. I've got sunflowers, I've got ferns, I've got white anemones, and these cool looking little blueberries. I've also got some copper berries that I painted. And y'all, this is as simple as zip tying your pool noodle to your archway and just shoving your flowers down in the pool noodle, and like the big heavy flowers, I just put those on a zip tie. And it turned out so pretty. This was so easy. You can see from the back side how the pool noodle is zip tied on. When I'm all done, you won't even notice that the pool noodle is there. I'm just going to go all the way around until the noodle is no longer visible. And I'm going to just use zip ties as I go. I did put my organza onto my archway before I did the pool noodle, so that did make it a little bit easier and helped me to know where I needed my flowers to go. So just be aware that if you do this for yourself, you want to put on your organza fabric first. Okay, let's see what it looks like. You can see underneath it how I just draped the organza over the archway. And I'll be totally honest, I did not even cover up the underside because nobody is going to see it. It turned out so gorgeous. And y'all, the ceremony place is so pretty anyway that the decorations, we didn't have to do much at all. The archway was going to be the main focus, so all I had to do was to add in a few pumpkins to the base, and y'all, it was done. Didn't it turn out beautiful? I admit I was totally down to the wire trying to get everything finished, but I finished in time to manage to get myself dressed and ready for a few family photos before the wedding started. And it's a good thing I wore waterproof makeup because y'all, the waterworks were just a-flowing. I'm so happy that my mama got to be here, my mama and papa got to be here, and y'all, look how pretty my babies are. And here is my honey. A lot of you have never even met him, but this is my honey. And y'all, here's 4 generations: my grandmother, my mother, myself, and my daughter. And here is my baby boy waiting on his bride. Isn't she the most beautiful bride you've ever seen? Y'all, I just love her. She is the sweetest thing ever. I am so, so blessed to call her my daughter. And poor baby, he is already bawling seeing his sweet bride. It was such a beautiful wedding, y'all. I'm so proud of these two. And here they are, Mr. and Mrs. Morris. We had little vials of bubbles that we colored with green dye, and y'all, they were so fun. And here they are with my grandparents. They are just the cutest couple ever. He is always making her laugh, so of course their first dance was no exception. And here's my honey pouring their first glass of champagne together. We all had such a blast in the photo booth. It was just so much fun. This HalloWedding was definitely a hit. Tyler and all of his buddies had a great time. My Pepaw even got in on the fun of the photo booth. And that's it, y'all. I want to say a big congratulations to Tyler and Gabby, and I wish y'all a lifelong happiness and joy.
That does it for today's video, y'all. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a big thumbs up because that would mean the world to me. And if you want to check out eFavorMart or burlapfabric.com or lights.com, I'll be sure to put those links down in the description box below. Till next time, happy DIYing, y'all.